I think if you asked anyone in my life, if you asked my family or my friends, they would say, "Oh, Tyler's always telling jokes. He's always, you know, kind of finding the humor in things." But I don't really notice it in myself because it's just something that I naturally do. Oh my god, you guys. I don't know. So after I graduated, I worked in Auckland for 2 years, and the majority of work that I did in that 2 years was all musical theatre. As an actor, I want to be as versatile as possible because at the end of the day, I just want to be a storyteller. Um, and while musical theatre for me is kind of the strongest way that I can do that at the moment, I feel that all of the other avenues, which is screen and straight acting and Shakespeare and everything, is just as vital and as the avenues I want to explore as well. But at this age, that's why I kind of want to go full throttle into the musical theatre world, to kind of explore that aspect of my career while I'm still a bit young and able to do the more energetic dance roles that in 10 years I might not be able to do or might not have the same opportunity to do. I find in Melbourne, because there's so many more people, I think people aren't so quick as to kind of put you in a box of what you do and what you're kind of capable of. It feels really fulfilling to be able to contribute and work in an industry that is so close to home and kind of has the same feeling. I would love to be in New York. I went to New York last year for the first time, and so I just got in a taxi and I was like, can you just take me to Times Square? Like, because that was the only kind of, you know, that was all I wanted to go to was Broadway. So I drove there, I got out of the cab, I walked about 10 meters and I just burst into tears. And I was just standing on the street sobbing, looking around at everything, because you stand in the middle of Times Square and there are theatres all around you. And for me, it was just like everything that I've wanted was suddenly straight in front of me. And I think you have to have the dream to not lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing. Because I think if you lose sight of that dream, then it's very easy to become jaded or quite cynical. And that's when all of the things start coming up about like, oh, am I wasting my time? Why am I keeping pursuing this thing? I think if you're gonna kind of step all over people to get to a point in your career, it's kind of, you're gonna get to that point, but then you're gonna get there with the knowledge that you've really trod on a lot of people to get there. Whereas if you've got there from a place of collaboration and a place of just kind of genuine kindness and love, I think it's just going to be so much more meaningful, and the work that you're creating is going to be more meaningful. The power that you get from performing, I think, has really affected all aspects of my life. All these ideas that we constantly explore as actors when we're working on plays or when we're working on films, these stories that we're telling, that impact that it has on us, it stays with us. So that when we experience these huge emotions in our lives, we can almost see it in a more positive way, you know, because in order to experience grief, you need to have loved, and vice versa, you know, you need to experience all of these human emotions to really live like a kind of the most meaningful life that you can.